Welcome back to BWO Daily, your source for news in sports entertainment and the world of professional wrestling from you boys at Busted Wide Open. My name is Nick Howell.
And I am Sir Ian Dangerous. And Nick, have you been watching WWE lately?
Yeah.
Because they're doing something. They've got a whole new setup on their show. It's called the Thunderdome. The Thunderdome. It's because you can't have an actual audience there. They decided to move out of the PC into the Amway Center, and they set up everything with these gigantic LED monitors everywhere. And it's basically like a gigantic Zoom call in there.
Yeah.
There's hundreds of people all standing in front of their computers at home, and you got their little faces popping up in the crowd out there, and they're all reacting and throwing up the thumbs and clapping and reacting, supposedly whenever some guy in the back tells them to. But that's neither here nor there. The bottom line is you have tons of people out there in the, quote, WWE universe. You've also got pyro and lasers, and it's very visually striking.
It is.
It's pretty cool. It's still very strange. It's still
watching
very
Raw
Star
last
Trek,
night felt like I was watching a pay-per-view after 6 months in the PC. Like,
that's very true. Yeah, compared to the PC, it's a lot bigger.
Yep.
But as you would expect with such a setup, there's some flaws in that setup because you are able to do this. You can be part of the Thunderdome audience for free. Just go sign up, sign a little waiver, and you can be one of the people there if you get in time. But unfortunately, because of that, they're finding that some people are not entirely just there to be a little bobbing head on TV. They've got other agendas. And unfortunately, this is becoming a bit of an issue. We have already seen some abuses to the system, like people, instead of letting their head stay up, they put up a sign saying #FireVelveteen_Dream. We've seen a Pikachu. We've seen the GCW logo, #MJF2020. And we've seen some things that are not quite so innocuous, like somebody dressed up in a KKK outfit. They actually showed a video of people in the KKK. They also showed a picture of Chris Benoit. It was one of the last pictures ever taken of him. So they showed it. So we had Benoit appearing back on Raw again. And the worst one, we had a video of an actual execution that showed up during the main event of Raw last night. So yeah, so
far and away from the worst
stuff.
ones I actually saw in time, which was people falling asleep on their couches or in bed trying to watch it.
Right. That's fine.
Yeah.
Fall asleep watching the show.
I mean,
okay.
kick them off the Zoom call, for God's sakes. You know what I mean?
Right. But again, with thousands and thousands of videos up, it's hard to police them all at once and catch everything that goes awry so quickly. With systems that are out there with other programs like OBS, where you can look like you're on a Zoom call but then throw up whatever video you want whenever you want. There's really no way to police this.
Yeah.
WWE did have a response they released. They said, "This abhorrent behavior does not reflect WWE's values, and we have zero tolerance for these unacceptable acts. We are working to ban those involved from future events, and per our policies, any inappropriate actions result in the removal from the live stream," which they do. They just kick you right off. But Nick, what was this inevitable? And if so, were there safeguards they could have put in place, or is this just is there just no defense against this? You're the tech guy. You tell me.
I mean, there's certainly things you can do. You can have an army of people that are there to patrol what is going on in the video feeds, and quickly we've had instances where trolls have come into our YouTube streams.
Sure.
And it's just you have to shut it down and quickly clean house. So the problem with this is it's being broadcast live on television to millions of people.
Can you catch it within the 15 seconds that you have?
Probably not.
With that many screens, how many are you going to have? Like what? One person for every 5 screens? That is a literal army, and an army's expensive.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know. Again, I'm like you. Nothing on the top of my head.
It's the first thing I thought of when I heard that they were going to Zoom call people in. Thought about it as well a couple of months ago when they said they were going to do this with the NBA. Like Major League Baseball at least went with 2D cardboard cutouts.
Right.
NBA went with people like in seats in LED boards, and I think this is what inspired WWE. But yeah, it was the first thing I thought of was like, here come the trolls.
The NBA, for the most part, is using, as I understand, friends and family, people that are close to the NBA, people that they have vetted, that they trust, whereas WWE has just gone, everybody. And unfortunately, if you've been on any social media at all in the last, 15 years, you know that if you open it up to everybody these days, there's just going to be assholes out there.
Yep.
And here they are. So ultimately, we will see how WWE moves forward with this, how they're able to control this in the future. If they create a system, like a tiered system for like trusted people, like the more trusted you are, the further forward you get to sit. And then they can keep like, people that they don't trust in the back, so that maybe they don't get on TV. And if they do throw something,
that's good. Like a loyalty system, almost on our live
loyalty
streams,
system,
right? Yeah.
Right. How well do we know these people? Like, have we come to events with them? Like, so that sort of thing. Obviously, that's a little bit elitist, but at the same time, that's the problem.
I'll throw a challenge out to
people
everybody.
Rooting for everybody. So
I'll throw a challenge out there to anybody joining. Like, have fun with it. Do some good stuff like this, but don't be so offensive about it. Like, I want to see a Rick Astley where he's just jamming back and forth. Never gonna give you up. I want to see the Harm's Way guy, hardcore dancing across stage. Things that people meme about are fine, but it doesn't have to be KKK and execution videos, Like, why does it have to go so far?
Because we can't have fun these days because there's just idiots out there who want to ruin it for the rest of us, Nick. And you can't have Rick Astley, apparently, without having a beheading on your TV. So that's welcome to 2020.
Yeah.
After Big E's appearance on Talking Smack last Friday, when he got into it with The Miz about Kofi's title run and the fact that he didn't feel like Kofi was given a real shot. He actually said on the show, Big E said, Kofi is far too humble, far too do the right thing to mention this, but I'm going to say this because it's never been said publicly. Kofi's a guy who has had his legs cut out from underneath him. To see what happened in the match between him and Brock and to see no title opportunity after that, and he just goes back into tag teams, that's disrespectful. And I'm glad Big E said it because we've all been saying on the sidelines, but obviously we don't work for WWE and we don't have any say in this. We can just sit here and go, wow, that really sucked.
Yep.
So much for KofiMania. But it comes out now, former writer Dave Schilling, who does work for WWE, or did at the time this all went down, he said on Twitter, I was there. I saw it. No one who had any real sway believed in Kofi. The plan was Kofi getting squashed by Brock from day one of his title reign. Day one. So anybody out there who still wants to come at me with saying KofiMania was a great thing, nah. The ending to me ruins KofiMania.
Yep.
You can't, Daniel Bryan at least got injured to lose his. They didn't have the opportunity to squash him and reassert their dominance and say, oh, no, okay, now we're back to what we want to do. With Kofi, they straight shoved it in your face and you just ate it up. So I'm here. I'm here with Big E on this. Disrespectful and just awful all around.
Yep. It's their show. They can do what they want, but don't expect us to like it.
No. I thought it was awful, and hopefully Big E and Dave Schilling now. Hopefully there's some groundswell because of this. People get back on them and say, nah, you can't really do Kofi dirty like that and expect us to still say, oh yeah, wasn't it great that WWE booked Kofi into a WrestleMania championship? Yeah, that moment was great. Everything that came after, not so much.
Yeah, how's that give Naomi a chance hashtag working out?
Well, they've been trolling us so far. They did give her a little bit of something last week,
sure.
But WWE gonna WWE. They're gonna do what they want to do. That being said, AEW might be having a former basketball star who's doing what he wants to do. Shaquille O'Neal has come out and said he wants to face Cody in the ring.
What?
Can't get him to face Big Show, but Cody's on the same network as him, and all of a sudden he wants to face the American Nightmare.
All of a sudden I want pizza, and I don't know why.
Oh, as long as it's not Papa John's. There goes our sponsorship.
Right.
Shaquille O'Neal just re-signed a multi-year deal with Turner Sports. Mostly it's NBA related.
Right.
Inside the NBA, so forth and so on, all their NBA programs. But you know what other show is on the Turner networks?
No.
AEW. AEW.
Yeah.
That's what's on there.
Yeah.
Shaq said to The Athletic, I'd love to fight Cody. Write it, print it, text it to him, call AEW up and tell them. So Shaq's deal is a complete Turner deal. AEW is included in that, but according to reports, his deal with AEW is embryonic at best. Apparently, some feelers have been sent out. So don't expect Shaq in the ring next week, but we may be seeing him facing off with Cody in the near future, a la Chris Jericho and Mike Tyson.
After seeing his bants with Charles Barkley on Inside the NBA, I would not be mad at putting a microphone in Shaquille O'Neal's hands. He's
Give him a
pretty
mic.
damn good.
It's not like it would be the first time he's in a wrestling ring either. He was in the arm bar at WrestleMania 32. He's been in the ring a few times, and he was supposed to have a match with Big Show that just never.
I was going to say, didn't they put him
so.
up against Big Show at some point?
They were going to, and they just couldn't make it work with scheduling and training, et cetera, from what I understand. But you maybe seeing him AEW. They're not going anywhere. He's not going anywhere. So could happen. Keep your eyes open. Keep your eyes peeled. Shaq wants Cody. So that's most of it.
Nick wants pizza.
Nick wants pizza. Suddenly I do too. Round table.
Shaq-a-roni?
No. Shaq, come on, man. Go get sponsored by Roundtable so I can get a Shaq-roni from there.
Right.
So we missed saying happy birthday yesterday to Bronson Reed. He turned 32 yesterday.
Damn, son!
Happy birthday to the thick boy. He's eating a pizza today, you can guarantee. And today we had to throw a happy birthday to Kylie Ray. She turned 28. And Ivan Koloff would have turned 78 today. He passed away in 2017. Crash Holly would have turned 49 years old, but he passed away in 2003. But happy birthday to Kylie Ray. Happy birthday yesterday to Bronson Reed. And Nick, that is the news.
Well, thank you, sir, Ian Dangerous. Guys, make sure you get into our Discord community and all of our social medias down in the links below here, right here on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe by pounding that big red button and set your notifications to all so you get notified anytime we put up a new episode of BWO Daily all throughout the week, every week. Also, get over into our Twitch channel where we go live tonight and Saturday. Tonight, we're going to be recapping what went down on Dynamite on Saturday, because it was on Saturday because of the NBA.
Oh, my goodness.
This is weird. And Raw last night, which we need to have a conversation about Monday Night Raw last night. So you want to tune in to Twitch tonight over at twitch.tv/bustedwideopen. Make sure you click the little heart and follow us so you get notified when we do go live. But my name is Nick Howell. You can find me on Twitter at DataCenterDude.
And I am Sir Ian Dangerous. You can find me on Twitter at Sir Ian Dangerous.
And we will see you guys next time.